Welcome back to 843 TV. We are talking about high school sports today and how it's been impacted with the COVID-19. And joining us next is Coach Dave Adams. He's been around for a long time and has really impacted so many in our community. Been an athletic director. Proud to call him a good friend of mine too. Welcome, Coach. Thanks for coming today.
Oh, thank you. Only about 42 years coaching, so that's not too long yet.
Well, obviously, you've been around a long time doing athletics. First time for everything, right? So let's talk about, normally you would be getting ready to start spring practice. Tell us how you're adjusting what's happening.
We would. Normally in May we get going with some running drills early in the morning. In skeezer we have to wait till soccer and baseball's finished. So we'd be very close to that. So we have adjusted a lot. We started yesterday with online workouts. I send a weekly workout. I'll do that each week. The kids will be doing agility drills, ladder drills, be doing some type of weightlifting with their body weight if they don't have access to weight, and then report back to me at the end of the week when they complete a workout. So with that and with Zoom meetings with the kids, that's our connection right now.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty much how everybody's connecting with Zoom and so forth. Do you require, you said the kids have to report back to you. What are you looking for in these kids? Obviously, complete the workouts. Anything else that's key for you?
Well, the kids right now during this time, they're just anxious to do something.
Yeah.
So they're excited about getting involved and having something. So it's accountability of them getting started, and the season is not that far away really, but the biggest thing, they're just ready to get back to work and do some things. And
I think you said a key word, accountability. Being that they don't have to show up for practice physically, they got to really learn some new skill sets, don't they? Being accountable, staying on schedule when coach isn't really there.
The schedule's been the biggest problem for our kids. You know, when they wake up in the morning, they have 24 hours to do their schoolwork, and they got 24 hours to do the workout. They're still seeing some friends. It's hard for them to settle down with that schedule. So hopefully, and I'm trying to tell them, do your schoolwork from this time to this time, and then in the afternoon or whatever, you can do your workout from here to here to try to get some kind of normalcy of a schedule back in their life.
And that's probably, like you said, a big obstacle for everyone is just being self-sufficient with keeping on schedule and keeping on task when they don't have to be somewhere at a certain time. As far as skeezer goes, which South Carolina Independent School League, what are some guidelines that they have implemented? Share with us where that lies right now.
Well, you know, when this thing first started, we said maybe it'll be 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
And skeezer, they're saying we can have maybe an abbreviated schedule. And then it got a little bit longer, and it says, well, it's going to be a really abbreviated schedule. And then they held on to the last second to say, okay, everything is canceled for the spring. So we have gone ahead. I mean, the football schedule has been released. Our fall schedule as far as scrimmages and 7-on-7 is set. We're waiting on word for skeezer. It's kind of just been quiet right now. I think to see what happens during this month of May, I think is a big one.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're hoping that maybe June will be the month we can get back into things.
So you've got a 7-on-7 summer schedule, so you're hoping to actually physically be able to meet in person with these teams. And what are some of the 7-on-7s you've got lined up? Who do you normally practice
You know,
with?
we stay very close. We go to Hilton Head High School and Hilton Head Christian and Bluffton High. Between us, we're able to get those in as many as we want, and it's very nice not to have to travel so far. So those are set, and hopefully, like I said, when we start in June, and we can get back to that 4-day workout like we normally do with the 7-on-7s.
You mentioned some schedule changes coming up for fall. Tell us about that.
Well, our region changed a little bit. I know we added Beaufort Academy, which was playing 8-man football, is now playing 11-man football, so they're a new one in. We'll keep the Thomas Haywards and the rival games like that. We also added St. Andrews back on the schedule, and when we got an away trip to Thomas Sumter. So it's a non-region game, but it's a little change in the schedule from last year.
Some of your key players, Stone McDonald, been an awesome quarterback for you. He's coming out. Who do you got lined up to fill in the gap there?
Well, Stone was from day one. That was the first time in my 42-year career I had a starter from 9th grade to 12th grade every game. So Sam Libertor was a freshman last year, hoping that he'll be ready. And then we've got some athletes like a Harrison Green or Tristan Bonomo that have taken snaps before. So we'll just have to wait to see. Hopefully we can get some reps in the summer to start narrowing down who that quarterback will be.
You were talking earlier, you mentioned you felt like this upcoming class is maybe one of the strongest you've seen in your time at Prep.
Yeah, I think we have, it's 9 or 10 rising seniors, and for a private school, 9 or 10 seniors on teams, a pretty large class.
Yeah.
And most of those guys played and started as freshmen. So they've gone through 4 years of playing. So we have a good core coming back this year.
That's wonderful. That's real wonderful. Now, you have a lot of wisdom on your belt. You've had a lot of life experience, and I say that very wholeheartedly. You've been a big help to me in a lot of cases. What advice would you give to the young people right now going through this time that none of us have ever seen before?
No, who would ever think we're going through something like this? You know, I think one thing the kids take for advantage, you have this one time in high school, and take advantage of it. And I feel sorry for those seniors, maybe those senior spring sport athletes who were playing only one sport in the spring, and it's completely wiped away. Even juniors who the spring was very important for them, for colleges, and to be seen. You know, take advantage. If you have an opportunity to play, play. And also, I think all of us have experienced when you have an opportunity to be at home with family, take advantage of that time with family. So I think a lot of families have come together during this time.
Yeah.
But I hate they miss it, but when the opportunity's there, make the most of the situation when you have a chance to do that.
Absolutely. Coach, always good to talk to you. You always have great information and great to share. So thanks for coming down today. And I know I look forward to, and the station looks forward to being out there on the field come August and this fall. So y'all stay right here. We're going to be back with more 843 TV.